Bitcoin is hovering around $80,000, down nearly 2% on the day, and the Fear and Greed Index is sitting at a dead neutral 47. That's not a market screaming buy or sell, that's a market waiting. But while BTC consolidates, a handful of altcoins have been making serious moves this week. We've got an 85% weekly gainer, a privacy coin revival, and an AI network quietly breaking out. Let's get into the 5 coins you need on your radar right now. Here's where the broader market stands heading into this week. Bitcoin is at $80,171, down 1.65% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum is at $22.99, off 2.5%. Total global market cap sits at $2.75 trillion, down 1.3% on the day. BTC dominance is at 58.5%, that's elevated, which tells us altcoins are still playing catch-up. Fear and Greed at 47, neutral territory, no extreme sentiment to trade against. It's a selective market, so let's be selective. Toncoin is the headline of this week, and it's not subtle. Ton is up 85.87% over the last 7 days. That is not a typo. For context, that's in the top 20 by global market cap. When a coin that size moves that fast, you have to ask why. 24-hour volume came in at $1.57 billion, that's real liquidity behind this move, not just a thin market pump. The price is currently at $2.43. If you're watching for an entry or an exit, the critical zone to monitor is between $260 and $270. That's where prior resistance clusters, and with a move this extended, any hesitation at resistance could mean a quick correction. Don't chase without a plan. Zcash is the second biggest mover in the top 50 this week, up 70.23% in 7 days. ZEC is a privacy-focused coin using zero-knowledge proofs, and it's clearly catching a bit alongside Monero, which we'll also cover today. The volume number here is worth highlighting. $1 billion in 24 hours for Zcash is extraordinary. This coin has spent most of the last 2 years with daily volumes in the tens of millions. Something has fundamentally shifted in trader interest. Price is at $569.97. The $600 level is the obvious line in the sand. If it clears that with volume, the next target range is in the 650 to 700 zone. If it stalls and fades at 600, expect a retest of the 500 level. Bittensor ticker TAO is up 22.5% this week, and it's the AI infrastructure story that keeps drawing capital back in. TAO is the backbone of a decentralized machine learning network, and the market has been repricing it upward alongside renewed interest in on-chain AI compute. Volume is coming in at just over $300 million in 24 hours, that's consistent and sustainable, not the kind of spike that evaporates overnight. At $306.56, TAO is approaching a level that acted as a distribution ceiling earlier this year, around $320 to $330. A clean break above that range on volume would be a meaningful technical development. Below 285, the short-term thesis weakens. World Liberty Financial, WLFI, is up 20.24% on the week and still accelerating, with a 7.45% gain just in the last 24 hours. This is a politically connected DeFi project, and it tends to see bursts of attention tied to news cycles. What makes it interesting this week is that the momentum hasn't faded after the initial move, it's building. However, the 24-hour volume is only $123 million, which is relatively thin for a top 40 token. Low liquidity means prices can move fast in both directions. At 7.2 cents, the token has room to run narratively, but technically, any day with a high-volume red candle should be treated as a potential exit signal. This one requires active monitoring. Near Protocol rounds out this week's list, and it's arguably the most structurally clean setup of the 5. Near is up 11.99% over 7 days, no single parabolic candle, just steady accumulation. That kind of price action tends to be more durable than a sharp spike. Volume is healthy at $330 million in 24 hours. The current price is $1.48, which puts it dramatically below its all-time trading range from previous cycles. For longer-term watchers, this is a layer 1 with active developer activity and an AI-focused roadmap pivot that's been gaining quiet traction. Short-term, the level to watch is $1.60 as near-term resistance. A hold above 140 on any pullback would keep the weekly structure intact. That's your crypto watch list for the week of May 7th. Market data and price figures were sourced from CoinGecko's trending and top movers data, Binance trading feeds, and the alternative.me Fear and Greed Index all poll as of today's date. If this breakdown was useful, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss next week's list. See you then.